we go. Now I'm recording. I don't want to hide this. So as you can see, his foot's up in the air. We want to make sure that we have a nice wide base. We're not running to guys. He's still too high. I need him down on the number, not on the shoulder. Okay, we shouldn't be up on the shoulder. I need your helmet down here, covering up, because if this guy was bigger, okay, he can just run right through this block, get penetration into the backfield. So we got to make sure that we're in front of this guy and have our head on the play side number. Next Renardi here. This looks a lot better. Looks like you're more on the hip. Take your 45-degree angle step. Okay, I can see that Ben Witt has a lot easier time throwing this guy over into his gap, which is really, really good. That's the way it should be. Ben Witt, you do a nice job here as well. Okay, Pacer, I like where you're at. Canola, you need to watch this. Canola, you need to be down here on the hip. Notice he drops his center of gravity, trying to get his shoulder down to the hip. Okay, could still be lower, but notice this. He's got his power step, like we've been working on, has his power step as he makes contact. And I think you're just a lot more powerful and you get a lot more force going into somebody if you do that. But still, you could be a little bit lower. Wick, you do a good job replacing the guard here, stepping down, wheeling and sealing this backside. Okay, and Cam, you need to be doing the same thing that Wick's doing right here. So if you're on the backside as a tight end on power counter trap, you see the tackle is going to replace the guard, and tight ends, you should step down and replace the tackle and join up with the wall that we're trying to create on the front side.
So if I'm on the backside, I should be kind of following Wick then?
Correct. So notice we're trying to create this wall. You should be stepping down with that and getting to his hip. And then if no one shows up in this gap, then you can turn back and block this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, wheel and seal block.
I do have a question, too, with wheel and seal.
Yeah.
If you notice how I do it, I kind of like do it like a skip pull. Do you not want me to do that, or is that like fine with you?
I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And really try to log him and make sure the only way he can go is outside you.
Okay.
You can also do it like a scoop block as well, where you take a drop step and then trying to get your head to the play side armpit and just trying to get to that side and close them off from the play. If we're still having trouble with that, like I said, you can reduce your split down where you're foot to foot with the guard to try to help you there. And if we're still having issues with this guy, what we might have to do is make a cat call, which means the center will block back and will help you out to try to get to that guy. We can make a cat call, but I hope we don't have to do that. Hopefully you can just take care of it. Yeah, but we can make a cat call where he would be down on the nose. He would come down and help you with that guy, and then you would just do your best to try to wheel and seal him. Next one, this is sweep to the left here. Okay, watching Canole. This is good. Your eyes are up on the next level. You're here to help out with Cam if you need to. Okay, but as soon as you see that threat's taken care of, this is good. You have your eyes on that inside looking for that next linebacker to try to cut him off from the play. That's good. We got both of you guys on there. That's really, really good. Cam, I'd like to see you with that first step. You take a bucket step, and the second step goes to the crotch for this slip block here. Notice how you just kind of cross your feet over. I'd like to see you be intentional. If you watch McKinney, if you watch his first step, he takes that bucket step, and then the second step should be going forward to the crotch. Notice he still crosses over a little bit as well. Okay, we don't want to do that. We want that second foot going straight at him. So we're strong there. So Cam, I'd like to see you do the same thing. But Cam, what you do there is good. You make sure that McKinney takes over the block before you work up to the second level. And I'm fine that you and Canola are on the same guy. That's good. What we're trying to do with sweep, kind of like with powers, we're trying to create a wall. If you see this here, we're trying to create a wall all the way outside and trying to wall everyone off on the inside. We're trying to keep all the defenders inside here and let the running back make a read on the block with the receivers. Or if, let's say if there's a guy outside Knoll, we're trying to wall off everyone on the inside and then have the running back make one read based off this block. That's what we're trying to do with sweep. Trying to wall off everyone inside. Okay. McKinney, what you do here is good. I'd say we're probably a little bit too wide getting out there. I want you to attack a little bit more. Okay, so that second step needs to go right at him and get on a 45-degree angle, because this hurts us later on where Owen Glades slants inside and blows up the play in the backfield. So that you need to be more attacking the armpit. You're getting a little bit too far outside here. Okay, you're already outside his armpit. Right now, if you wanted to slant inside, he could blow up this play. So you got to make sure that your second step is more downhill right at him. Looking at Renardi. First step's good. Second step to the crotch. Okay, that's good. I want you a little bit lower, but I really like your angle here, Steven. That's a good angle. You're just a little too high. I want your head down on the armpit, not up on the shoulder pad. See how you're up on the shoulder pad there? I want you down in the armpit. But I really like your angle. You've covered the guy up. As you can see, Renardi, all you can see is his butt in space. That's what we want to see. If you look at McKinney, okay, you could see this guy is falling back into this hole where he could fall inside. We want McKinney, we want you more in front of him. So all there is just green grass on each side and then your butt. That's what we want to try to do. Okay, Ben Witt. Try to keep that play side arm free. Try to get in your gap more. I know you got Jackson on top of you, who's a little bit smaller nose guard, and he's pretty quick. Okay, but try to get that play side arm free, which you do here, and then keep trying to work up and climb to the second level. That's actually not bad. Okay, pacer. Yep, keep trying to work your head to the play side. Go bury your head, bury your head, bury your head. That's not bad either. Okay, if that guy wants to stay on our center like that, just keep trying to bury your head and move them. Now we got a nice double team. And notice how you actually block Coach Welch because you move the guy off the ball. Notice how you move the nose off the ball, and Coach Welch actually runs right in to you guys because you block him with the nose's butt. And Wick, same thing here as a wheel and seal. If you're on the backside of sweep or jet, you can reduce your split down to try to get to this guy. Notice it's still really hard for him to get to that. But if you can get in front of him even more, that's going to help us out a lot. So reduce that split down if you're having a hard time getting to that guy. Next play is jet. We're not pulling the play side guard on jet because you have a guy in your gap. Okay, watching this here, it's kind of the same thing. Watching Knoll, just get outside there. So Cam, you really shouldn't be leaving yet. Okay, you need to make sure you stay on this 6 technique right here until you should feel Wick's helmet replacing your hand. This is a really big block to make sure that we get shirred up so we can secure that block. And Knoll, you're just going to be outside. You need to be hightailing it, running outside here, and you're a lead blocker. Okay, you don't have anyone in your gap. You don't have gap responsibilities really because you're back here in the sniffer position, not in your normal H position because you have a tight end doing that job for you. So you're a lead blocker. You're trying to turn and run and get out here, find the first ugly jersey and go get in front of them. Be that touchdown block. Cam, you're doing the H's job as being on the line tight end. So you got to make sure that you're doing your slip block. You're staying on the 6 technique until you feel Wick take him over before you move up to the next level. Wick, try to get your head. You see where your head is? It needs to be over here. Bury your head. You're not going to get a concussion because you're blocking 2 feet away, blocking a guy 2 feet away from you. It's not a high-speed block. So make sure you get your head across there, which you end up doing late, okay, which is good. I don't know if this is going to cut it on Friday night. We have to get our head there right away. Get your head across right away. Yeah. Watching pacer here. Pacer, I like your first 2 steps. Okay, bucket step, second step to the crotch. That's very nice. Get your head on the play side armpit. Okay, you don't get it there initially. Your head's there, but then you do correct it, which is good. And then you stay on your tracks. But I would like you to get your head there right away and then start driving them off the ball. Ben Witt, same as the play before. You got to try to get over into your gap and try not to get mixed up with this guy. So Renardi can get in there. Renardi, I really like how you're trying to bury your head, doing your job. That's what I like to see. Okay, driving this guy back, but notice how we don't get to Coach Welch this time. We need to try to drive him back and get him to Coach Welch. McKinney, that's a good job there. Being aggressive, getting after him. We run jet again here. So once again, Canole, you don't need to worry about that. Okay, you're a personal protector when you have a tight end. Just get out there and go block someone. Cam, that's better with the doing the slip block and then getting up to the second level. Just stay on him. Go be aggressive. Go get after him. Okay, Renardi, everyone else was pretty good there. Renardi, I'm going to talk about you here. I like what you do here this time. You see that the nose guard's hip disappears, and then you work up to the next level. This is really, really good. Okay, and then you can go get after Coach Welch. It's very, very nice. You see that hip disappear on that second step, you start climbing right away. That's really good. Yeah, everyone else, really good job there. Next play, dive. Okay, start over here with Cam. So Cam, this is where if you're on the play side, this is where we can have a man block where you just have that guy one-on-one. You take him wherever he goes. McKinney, you check your gap before you work up to the next level. Okay, if that's too confusing, we can do just a normal chip block and a base block, and we stay on that guy. And Cam, you keep your play side arm free. We can do that as well, but I would like it if on the front side of dive, here, if this is just a man block and you have a bow, you check your gap. If he slants inside, then it turns into a double team. But if he stays on Cam, McKinney, you just work up to the next level.
It's not confusing. We can definitely do man. I just had a brain fart during the play and forgot my responsibility.
Yep.
But
So
no,
you would stay on the 6 technique, and
Yep.
then McKinney would just check his gap before he works up to the next level here.
Yep.
And the nice thing about going against this defense is that this is their weak spot right here. This play side in between a B gap, because if we reach this guy that Renardi's blocking, they have no one here to really protect. It's going to be a one-on-one situation with the safety who's up there. And if we can get McKinney up to the next level, we have that guy blocked, and really it could be a touchdown if we get up to there. Okay. So next, Renardi. Okay, I like your step. You take your shuffle step, second step to the crotch. Okay, your head's on the place. You're a little bit high. I like you a little bit lower in the place side number. Okay, and we got to make sure we stay in front of him. What I noticed, you're taking a little bit too big of steps. You do have a wide base there, but then once you get there, we need to start chopping our feet. Because notice when he throws you, this foot's off the ground. That's the only reason why he was able to get rid of you.
Because he's like he's 2 yards in, so I have to take a little bit larger steps.
Yeah, I got you. So, what you can do is buzz your feet. So I know with this zone play with dive, it's more important that you stay in front of the guy. And so if you buzz your feet, take short, choppy steps, you don't have to go make contact with them right away. So you could take that shuffle step right there, and then now start buzzing your feet and see where he goes. Buzz your feet, buzz your feet, buzz your feet, buzz your feet. And if he stays there, finally you make contact there and your feet are solid in the ground, and then he can't get rid of you. So we don't have to go attack aggressive with him right away. You can buzz your feet to make sure you're in a good position when you make contact so he can't get rid of you, because we want to try to stay in front of guys as much as we can so then our running back can make a decision. So you didn't do a bad job. I'm just saying a way to help you out to do an even better job is to maybe buzz your feet a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. This is more of a positional block right here and make sure you maintain the block. It's definitely not bad. I mean, you move the guy, but I'm just trying to help you out a little bit more, making sure we keep a wider base.
Okay.
Yep. So Ben Witt, this is a great chip block here. This is what a chip block should look like. He takes that 6-inch step, second step to the crotch here. Okay, he gets underneath the guy with his shoulder and his arm. He gets underneath him. He lifts him up, which makes it easier for the backside guard to take him over. His play side arm is free, that's everything that block needs to be. Notice how that inside foot is up, and he's able to raise this guy up. Look how now the nose guard is above Ben Witt, and that's exactly how that should look. That's a really good chip block right there. Okay, pacer, it looks like this, you're treating this more like a scoop block than you are a base block. Okay, you take that first step, but then your second step is almost a crossover step. I should see you shuffle. There should be a shuffle step to get over there, staying square, instead of you turning your shoulders on a 45-degree angle. I should see you staying square and then up as you get over there. Okay, it looks like you're going more at a 45-degree angle. We want to try to shuffle over there. I do like how you get your head to the play side number, but notice where your feet are at. Okay, your feet are together. We're not in good position. You're super high. I would like to see you lower. Okay, and I want you to cover this guy up. Notice how since you ran on that 45-degree angle, you've gotten too far, and now you're not covering him up. Okay, and he can fall back into the hole if the running back chooses to go that way. Okay, Wick, same thing here. It looks like you're kind of taking your scoop steps here. Okay, I would like to see you shuffle a little bit more. I know you're probably worried about this guy shooting the gap there, so you're trying to get in front of him. Once again, if you need to reduce your splits a little bit so you can make sure you step over there and get square, you can do that. But I do like how you're aggressive. You're taking big, you have a wide base, and you're just taking him where he wants to go. But I'd like to see you shuffle and stay more square on him and drive him back vertically. Because notice what this does here, Wick. Since you drive him down, you give our running back a one-way go. He can't choose to go here or there because you're driving this guy down. So you're just giving him a one-way go. It'd be good if we can get in front of him so our running back can choose to go there or there. I mean, this isn't bad because if we go to Canole here, Canole, you should be up on that backer right away. You shouldn't touch this guy at all. Canole, you should be here up to that backside backer. That's your guy. What you do get to him, well, it looks like you're leaving him. Your responsibility is that backside backer, Lucas, okay? You should be right up to this guy because notice if you get that guy, okay, the quarterback's reading him, gives the ball. If you get to that guy, if you block him, Canole, that's going to be a touchdown. If you block him, there's no one there to make the tackle.
All right, I hate to do this, but I gotta go.
All right, see you, Wick. See you today. Yep. All right. This is power here. So power, we should be kicking out this guy with the H. Let's watch Jacob here. Yep, Jacob, you should be down on this stand-up right here. Looks like that guy slants inside. So then you just work up to the next level. First backer inside. It looks like we get a nice looking wall there. Okay, Dylan Bartz. Okay, Dylan, you should be down. You should have a push block on the nose guard here. You shouldn't be messing around with this guy. Your first responsibility is your gap. So you should be doing a push block down on the nose and helping out Jerry, who has a chip block. You shouldn't be messing around with this guy because that's Jacob's guy to block. Jerry, I know it's tough because you're not getting any help. Just try to throw the nose guard into your gap so we can be a part of this wall. I'd like to see your butt turned around so we're joining this wall here. Okay, Vinji, you're doing a good job. I'd like to see you skip pull here. Okay, don't open pull. It looks like you turn and open a little bit. I want you to stay square to the line of scrimmage, which you get back to square, which is nice. Okay, but I do like how you stay tight to the wall and you get up in the hole fast. Okay, you could even stay a little bit tighter and go block that linebacker right there. You could stay a little bit tighter, but that's not bad. Okay, Max, watching you. Try to step down even harder. You need to join your butt with Jerry right down there. Step down even harder, but you do get in front of your guy. But notice how we got the wall there. We should have had our kick out, but our H kicked out the wrong guy. And this is a nice looking hole we have right here. Okay, if our H did our job, that's a good looking play. Okay, here, running trap. This is nice. We're inside, blocking down on here. Okay, Dylan, once again. Okay, your first responsibility is your gap. You need to be blocking down on the nose. Jerry, once again, you're really not getting a lot of help here. So notice what happens since Dylan doesn't get to his guy and Jerry's trusting him. This guy ends up splitting the double team and getting in here and could make the tackle. Okay, so Dylan, we got to make sure we block down. Guards, we need to make sure we block down. Jacob does a good job getting to that guy. This almost turns into a chip and a push here when it should be a chip and a push there. Vinji, this is a great kick out block here. Okay, could still be a little bit lower. You could try to time up where you have that power step down a little bit better, but I do like how you're lower than him and you do drive him out. I do like how you're fast coming out of that pull as well. That's nice. Okay, Max here with that wheel and seal. You step down, and if there's no one in that B gap, you step down, there's no one in that B gap, then turn back and block this guy.
Doozer,
Yeah.
I thought it was trap right, so I went up to linebacker. So
Okay. Yep. Right.
Yeah,
No, backside. Yep. You do that wheel and seal like you did that last play.
yeah.
Next play, counter here. So we'll watch Jacob on the backside. Step down hard. Good. Way to get in front of this guy. Way to step down hard and get in front of him. Join your butt to the wall. Okay, Dylan Bartz pulls. Way too high. Needs to get down on the hip, on the inside. Okay, Jerry, remember this side's your gap here. Okay, so you should be worried about this gap. You should be chipping to the left here, and you should have a push block from Vinji. You do end up getting this guy into your gap, which is good, but I'd like us to be a little bit more physical. Just know that you're responsible for your backside gap here. Vinji, this is a good job stepping down and trying to help out on that push block. I don't know if you get up to the second level here. Yep, you do. Very nice. You stayed on your tracks. You get up to that backer. That's very nice, Vinji. And then Max, you're too high here. If this guy really wanted to squeeze you and push you down, it'd be really easy for him to do. You got to rip release inside like we do on defense when we're slanting. You need to rip hard inside, and you need to be joining this wall right away. You see how there's a lot of space between you and the guard? You need to be right cheek to cheek with him as you're looking for the next guy that's flowing over the top. You need to make sure that you're cheek to cheek. You just need to be faster out of that. Okay, no tight end here. We're back in our regular set. Running power to the left here. Okay, we'll watch Canol's kick out. Okay, there we are lower. I can see you're using your shoulder, but it's really important we try to get that foot in between the crotch. If we whiff like this and it's outside, notice how we don't get a really great kick out block. You do reset, which is nice, but really try to aim to get that foot right there, boom, right in the crotch. So we make sure we make really solid contact. We don't want to, this almost turns into a whiff, but you readjust nicely. Okay. McKinney, notice your first step, it comes inside here and you're taking off on a sprint. Notice when you make contact, that's where you make contact. Okay. You made contact and this foot's been in the air for a long time. Notice you're up on the shoulder. I want your head down on the number. I want you to have a wide base. Okay. Gator walking. Both feet on the ground and chopping 10,000 steps. Get 10,000 steps in. Okay. I do like your aggressiveness. Don't get me wrong. I like how you're coming off the ball with mean intentions, trying to block somebody. I just want to try to help you out when you're going against someone that's a little bit bigger and stronger. Okay. Going to Renardi. Okay, same thing, Renardi. If you kind of watch that second step, it's a long second step there. I'd like it if that second step was shorter and it was in the ground right now. So when you make contact, you're making contact with that foot forward, your near foot forward. So it should be a quick 1, 2, and then that third step is when you're making contact. So it should go 1, 2, and then on that third step is when you're making contact with the hip. And we can work on that. It almost looks like a gallop. I want you to almost gallop down to that hip. Okay, but I do like how you're low, firing off, you're getting on the hip. Same thing with Ben Witt. I like how I can't see you. I like how I can't see your helmet. You got the lowest helmet right here trying to get underneath the guy. That's really, really nice. Pacer, I do like your skip pull here. You're staying tight. Okay, but the only thing you need to keep tight to this wall. Keep tight to that wall. Hug it, hug it, hug it. Notice how you get space out here, which allows the linebacker to fall inside here. Once again, I said Freiermuth is way too fast. He needs to be right behind you and reading your block, but he's running right by you. And that's something he needs to get better at, because notice he doesn't even allow you to get to this guy, and he runs right into the tackle, which is not good. But you can also help it out by staying tight to this wall and only allowing this linebacker to flow over the top. If that happens, where if you're really tight here and you can block this guy and the only way the linebacker has to go is there, Freiermuth can run right underneath you. But since we're not tight as a pulling guard and our running back is staying tight, okay, it causes this guy to make the tackle. So stay even tighter. Okay, backside tackles, this is good here with Wick stepping down. Okay, once again, he could even reduce his splits even more. Okay, you can skip like that to try to get there, or you can just turn and open like a bucket step, second step to the crotch, and almost try to reach this guy, bury your head into his play side armpit like a scoop block to make sure the only way he can go is to the outside. Oh yeah, that play is bugged. So now we're running counter here. Okay, watching Cam. Watch your foot. So notice how you do a little kind of false step there. As soon as the ball is snapped, go ahead, get right into your shuffle and stay square. Stay square, stay square. Notice how you have to turn back and get square. Just shuffle, shuffle, and stay square the whole time. Same thing as Pacer in that last play when we ran power. Okay, you need to stay tight to this wall. You should be right off Wick's butt. So the only way the linebacker can go is over the top. Notice how we flare out here. The linebacker is staying tight. Okay, we want to try to be right here. We want to try to be tight to that wall. Okay, this time our running back does a better job of being patient and falling behind you, and he gets right into that gap where he needs to go. Okay, but we need to do a better job at staying tight. Okay, we're also too high. Sit down. Okay, running through there. Pretend that you're running under a chute that's like 3 feet tall. Okay, you need to be under that chute the entire time as we're making this pull, being ready to take on a block. Okay, once again here, that is not a stance that looks like you're ready to take on a block. We got to make sure we have a wide base as we take them on. Okay, watch Renardi with the pull. Okay, that's good there. In terms of the height, I like how you're down on the shoulder, your head's on the inside. Okay, I would just like it when we make contact. Actually, that's not too bad right there. Just make sure you stay on this. That's not bad. Okay, Ben Witt and Pacer watching this double team. Okay, Pacer way too high. Okay, you need to be down like what Ben Witt is. You need to be down on the hip. I like having Jackson in there because he has a low center of gravity, so it makes it really hard for you to do that. But I do like how we blow this guy over into Ben Witt's gap. That's very nice. Okay, that creates a big hole when we can do that. Watching Wickern here. So I like his steps. He gets on his 45-degree angle. He's attacking his guy. Okay, I like him to be lower to get his head there. But I do like how we wash this down and notice what happens. Here we go. We got our funnel. Very nice. Here's sweep. Okay, we'll watch McKinney here. 45-degree step, second step to the crotch, getting his head to the plate side armpit. Stay on that. Don't give that up. Notice how his feet stop. Once he makes contact, it's kind of like, okay, I did it. I'm done. That can't be it. We got to make sure we keep running our feet at the same speed. Keep running your feet at the same speed so he can't get off us. That cannot happen. We got to stay on this block. Okay, we'll run at full speed here. Notice how he kind of stops right there. And this allows the guy to fight over the top. Be aggressive and go pancake the guy. Okay, run your feet. The way that you get pancakes is by running your feet. Run your feet, run your feet, run your feet. Keep running. Don't give up. Okay, Renardi, you're too high. Try to bury your head in there. Okay, Ben Witt, try not to get that front side arm. Try not to get that front side arm. You see how I can't see it? I got to be able to see that arm. Okay, just bring that backside arm and get on your path so you can get up to the linebacker. I do like how you chase after him. I like how you stay on him, and you never know. If you stay on him and just keep pushing him, that running back might turn it up and cut right off your butt. You have to make sure you maintain your block. Okay, here, Pacer. Okay, we talked about this. You have to get your head on the play side. Notice how you cannot stop this guy because your head is on the wrong side. And notice how we start giving up penetration into the backfield, which blows everything else up. What the heck? Get out of here. Okay, we need to keep our head on the play side. That blows up the whole play. Okay, Wicker does a nice job here. 45-degree angle step, second step to the crotch, head on the armpit, aggressive, knocking the guy off the ball. Cam, you do a nice job here getting out there to Canole. If you're still in here, I don't know if he is. This is exactly what you should look like when you're in this position. He gets out there, he turns up, he's looking for someone, he's aggressive, but then you need to be lower. Go deliver a blow to this guy. Go be physical with him. Go blow him up. Okay, but this is a good illustration of what happens when we give up penetration on any of our sweep or dive. This is what happens. It ruins the read and it ruins the play for our running back. Okay. In all honesty, our running back should have cut inside there and then kept going, but we gave up too much penetration there. And that's a good learning point. Are there still people in here or am I just talking to myself right now?
I'm here.
Okay.
Still
I'm here.
All right.
I'm
Sounds
here.
good. We will go I will be done at 11:30, wherever we're at. I'll be done at 11:30. Okay, run a jet here. Once again, we're outside. Run the ball outside. So we'll start over with McKinney. Kind of the same story there. We're starting to see similar trend. You do a better job at running your feet and stay on him, stay on him, stay on him, stay on him. Don't let him go. Try to keep running with him, blowing him back. Because notice once you get to him here, McKinney, if you can drive him back, 10 more yards, even if he's the one that makes the tackle, okay, that's still a 10-yard gain, 15-yard gain. Keep running your feet. Okay, Renardi, we need to try to bury our head here and get in front of him. Bury your head, bury your head, bury your head. Okay, the hip's still there. Okay, we need to try to work our head around. That hip is still there. You got to be the one trying to take it over. And if it ends up that none of you get off to the linebacker, that's the case. But we can't have this happen where he gets off and now he's chasing the ball. Okay, Ben Witt, same thing. You do a better job at trying to get that arm free, and you do get up to the second level. Renardi just needs to take this block over there, take the block over. Okay, and this is going to be easier on Friday because that guy's going to be a little bit bigger and fatter and slower than Jackson.
If I notice that he doesn't get over, should I just stay on him?
Yeah, maintain the double team until Renardi gets there, but Renardi needs to get there faster.
Okay.
So I would rather you stay on it and let the linebacker flow over the top. I want to take care of the first level first. Okay, Pacers, same thing. We're still having a little bit of difficulty. Notice still, just because the only thing that's causing you not to get this is your head. If you get your head across, he cannot run through your head. He cannot run through that part of your body. But right now, you're just relying on your arm strength to trying to stop this guy, which once again, it almost blows the play up. We have to bury our head and get our head to the other side. Okay, this guy is 3 feet away from you. You getting your head across is not going to cause you to get a huge concussion. You're too close. Okay, get your head across, get your far shoulder to his far shoulder, and cut him off. Far shoulder to far shoulder, go cut him off. Because once again, that kind of messes up the play. Okay, once again, I like Wick, him getting on his angle here, 45-degree angle, second step to the crotch, get his arm to or head to the play side shoulder here, the play side armpit. Now, the one thing I don't like, notice how he just shuffles here. Okay, I don't like this. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, I want you still getting after the guy and trying to drive him back. Okay, Knoll here, you do have a slip block here, which is nice. You punch with that inside arm. You make sure Wick takes the block over, and then he gets up to the play side linebacker. This is how it should be done. Right there, boom. Notice right here. Hopefully you see it. We create that. We wall off the inside, so then the running back can get out there and go make a play. All he has to do is read this block. But notice he's late because we have penetration to the backfield. We wall off the inside. He has one block to read, and then he's off to the races. Okay, this is our sprint dive play, so we're just running dive to the left here. That's what it should be. Okay, so we have a base. We have a chip. That could be. Got a base. Got a chip. We got a base. Okay, and we got a base. Or this could be a man block. And then a bow up to backer. Okay, Dylan steps with the wrong foot. We need to make sure that we step with our gap side foot first. Okay, get our head to the play side number. Jacob, this is good if this was a base block. Okay. Jerry, it looks like you're kind of you're trying to throw this guy over into your gap. We don't need to do that here. Yeah, we don't need to do that here. We just stay squared on dive. Okay. You should be stepping over into your gap and staying square. Vinji should be taking this guy over. Okay. And then, yep, Max, you're up to that guy. But we're just too high, Max. Just too high. Got to get our head down on the play side number. Next one here, sweep to the left. Okay, Carson should have a slip block, punching that inside shoulder, and then going up to backer there. Okay, punches, that's good, up to backer. Jacob, good, 45-degree angle step, second step to the crotch, head on the outside. I like you a little bit lower on the armpit. Okay, but if he comes inside like that, you got to get square to air. You got to get square right away and then stay on him. Make sure you stay on him. Stay on him. Okay, Dylan, same thing. He takes his 45-degree angle step, second step to the crotch, but he needs to get his head to the outside right away. Okay, Jerry, we can't let this guy beat you to your gap. We got to make sure that we keep our gap side arm free. And if he does slant to our gap, if he does slant there, we got to keep our head on his play side armpit and run him down. Jerry, I know you said you had a little confusion about our rules at center. That's fine. If you have any questions, let me know. Get in the playbook and look. But here for sweep, everyone has the same rule. Everyone's responsible for their play side gap, no matter your position. Same thing with dive. Oops. Okay, watching Vinji. Takes good steps. The hip disappears. Good. Hip disappears, so then you work up to the next level. There you go. Very nice, Vinji. I like you stay on your tracks. And Max, you should be taking this guy over. Good. Get square to air. Nice. And stay on him. Don't let him come underneath. Make sure you stay on him. Counter. Okay, watching Jacob here. Jacob's got it down once again. Dylan needs to go down. Down. Chip. Notice how Dylan just kind of messes up Jacob there to get there and make the block, and it kind of messes up the play. And Jerry, I can tell you're trying to stay on your guy. I feel like there's a little mistrust now. You feel like you need to do everything you can to get him into your gap because Dylan hasn't been helping you out. And that's not good. You do your job, and Dylan's got to figure out his job here at guard. Make sure he's down blocking. Vinji, we're a little too high on our pull. Okay, once again, I like how fast you're getting there. That's nice. Okay, but we shouldn't be shoulder to shoulder. We need to see your head down here. Okay, tape your chest to your knee. Okay, I do like how you have a little power step in here. Notice how it lifts him up off the ground. But if you were even lower, okay, that might be a pancake there. Okay, I do like this though. I like how he does a little bunny hop. Whoop. Okay, that's good. That's helping us make the hole bigger. Max, I like how you reduce your splits here. That's very nice. And then I like how you almost take a scoop step to get there, but get your head across right away. Okay, get your head across to the other side right away. We're still a little bit too high. Okay, but you do get there, which is nice. Okay, quick look at some pass protection here. I just want to say really quick, guys, I want to make this as simple as possible for you. The guy that you are responsible for, man on, man away, that is a guy that you are blocking no matter where he goes. Okay, that is a guy that you are blocking. If he slants inside, he's yours. If he stays outside, he's yours. Okay, if he comes right into you, he's yours. So even if he slants inside, he's your guy all day. It's big on big, man on man. It doesn't matter where he goes. That is your guy. The A backer is responsible for these two backers. Never once have I seen that they brought both backers at the same time. Okay, they'll bring one, but they won't bring both. So that's why he is responsible for one of those, whoever comes, and we're all responsible big on big. Okay, now for whatever reason, if this guy's off, if he's not there as a guard, if your guy, your stand-up guy is gone, then you can look for work. Then you can look inside to outside, and then you're just looking to help out maintaining the cup that we're trying to create. Okay, but if he's on here, he's your guy. Okay, we're man on man, big on big. I make it as simple as possible for you guys on this.
For whatever reason, if both those linebackers come, we just got to get the ball out. Is that
correct? Correct, because this guy is man on man with our H. Okay, so if they bring both guys, they really don't have anyone to cover this H besides this free safety who might step over the top. But yeah, I mean, if both guys come, then we have to get the ball out quick. And the A-back is taught to pick up inside guy to outside guy. So if he's going to pick up the inside guy first, and hopefully the outside guy doesn't get there and before we throw the ball. And that's going to be a thing if they start bringing all 7 guys a lot. Then we have some quick pass plays that we can do to get them in trouble. That's why, I don't know if you noticed, we're getting the A-back out in the flats. Okay, that's going to be a play that we can do to have a quick swing pass and get a lot of yards. So, but I just want you to worry about the guy that's in front of you and maintaining the cup. We have answers to everything else. So we can just watch it here. There is one where Wickern lets a guy go. And we can't do that. So here I'm watching McKinney at right guard. So this is where Jake Wicker needs to come out to there. Okay, there's a little confusion by this end. He thinks he needs to go out and pass protection. He won't do that in game. He will rush. So he would be out to there. Okay, guards blocking that guy, and we have our cup. Okay. We got to make sure we protect inside to out. We got to make sure we have to protect our inside gap. Okay. This is a nice move here by this guy, but we have to protect the inside at all costs. Make sure he cannot come back inside at all. McKinney just oversets here. You want to try to keep your outside leg in the middle of his midline. We can't overset here. Okay, so right now McKinney really doesn't need to move because his knee is lined up with his midline. So he can stay right there. He doesn't need to go out at all. Notice he overset, so it makes it really easy for this window to open up and that guy to come back in. Influence him outside. Influence him outside. Okay, and this is where Wick needs to step down and block this guy as well. Okay, this is a little stunt that they did. He slants inside. He slants inside. He comes around the outside. The nose guard slants inside. This is a stunt that Park does. And so we need to make sure we're ready for this, that we can crash that guy inside. We can crash that guy inside, and our A-back will come up and we'll pick up that outside backer. Okay, we have to protect our inside gap, though. We can't overset. So we need to be prepared for that, where your guy will slant inside. Okay, here we're running sprint right. So we will reach, okay, and then we're all just stepping to our gap side here and then making the wall. Okay, this is pretty good. Ben Witt, we have to get in front of this guy. McKinney can help you though. McKinney, we talked about this later. If your guy leaves for whatever reason, if he tries to flow over the top and you step and he leaves, then you can turn back and help with this guy. It's almost like everyone's kind of doing a wheel and seal, if you want to think about it that way. So McKinney, you can turn back and help that guy out. Everyone step in. If there's no one in your gap, then turn back and help the guy behind you and pick up garbage. Does that make sense? Same thing here, Owen. We got to step down and try to get in front of this guy as much as we can. No one can beat us to our inside gap. No one can beat us to our play side gap. And if there's no one there at our play side gap, then we can turn back and help. We don't need to watch this. Another sprint right. Okay, here, good. Out, out. Oh, this time we kept the H in. So the H came over and helped out. So I actually like what Wick's doing here. He's just giving a punch because we know we made a 157 where the H stays in. So he's getting help. This is almost like a slip and a scoop here. Trying to take this guy over. McKinney does a good job stepping down inside or picking up his guy. Sorry. Ben went. You got to make sure you get your head, keep your head there, keep him reached. Okay. All right. Are there any questions? I'll stop right there. Anything?